So for this job, replacing the bulbs inside the switches, you will need a Phillips screwdriver to remove the dashboard trim and the clip on the driver's side. You will need a flathead screwdriver to remove the bulbs from out of the switches, and you will also need a pair of flat shears or cable cutters or whatever you want to call these to trim the wires on the bulbs after you've fitted and wrapped them onto the stands. So we are now on to refurbishing bulbs. I know that I did a video on the main channel showing you how to refurbish the cruise control light, but since I did that one about 2 years ago, some of the bulbs have gone in these other ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out all the switches and replace all of the bulbs inside the switches. There is a same bulb inside the AC control unit here that sits about here. There's one here, right, and there's one here. This bulb inside the AC control unit has gone, but it's a bit of a pain in the ass to take this out and detach the cables and then get it all fitted. It's quite tight, so I'm going to leave that for another day. That'll be another video, but for today I'm going to take these out. So there's a screw here, there's a couple of screws underneath, and then what that will do is it will give me access. So let's just take this out. It's the fuse box down there. Take these screws out, take this one out from the side. That'll give me access to pull this front panel down, and then I'll be able to pull these switches out. I'll come back to you when I've removed the dashboard trim from here. So I've removed this from the side of the dashboard trim, which is like a little plastic clip that holds the trim in, and then these two, one from by the bonnet release mechanism and the other from by the centre console, both found by looking underneath. Right, so we take those three out. Then this piece of plastic here, you can now see is loose and it's held on by some clips at the top. So the dashboard trim has been removed. The one clip is in line with your display cluster here, and then the other clip is just here, which is just below your thermometer for the internal car temperature. And you just pull the plastic forwards and it should drop down, give you access to the switches here, which we're just going to disconnect. So disconnect by just squeezing on the side of these and giving it a tug. I'll just do this last one off camera because if the clip is broken, it's been a bit awkward. So, right, so that's the order that it needs to be reconnected: clear, brown, black, white. And this is the order of the switches, which is the rear wiper switch, cruise control, front fogs and rear fogs, I think. So what we're going to do now is remove the switches, and the switches can be removed by, there's another clip on the bottom here. Press the clip in on the bottom and I shall slide right out from the front. There we go. So we've got all four switches removed. And next up, these here are the bulbs. So what we've got to do is get a screwdriver on these spin them around, get them out, and replace for some new bulbs. It should be the same on all of them. So if you look at this one, the bulbs are here. If you look at this one, the bulbs are here. And if we look at this one, the bulbs are here. And they all take 12 volt 3mm incandescent bulbs if you're replacing like for like. You can buy LED replacements for these, but I've got the incandescent ones. I'm replacing OEM like for like. So let's get one of these out and show you the process. So I've got no idea where I just put my. I've just had to go and get another screwdriver. Let's see if I can do this on camera. So you see there? That's all you need to do, is rotate these bulbs. I mean, I think it's about 1/4 of a turn, to be honest. So difficult trying to do a job and get everything on camera. So about 1/4 of a turn anti-clockwise. Same with this one, and then hopefully, without too much messing, you should just be able to tap these out. Which I'm going to do off camera again because it's a bit awkward. But yeah, if you just give them a bit of a tap, they should drop out. Right, I'll come back to you when I've got the bulbs out. Right, so I have the 2 bulbs extracted from the one switch. I'm not going to video that. They're fucking really tricky to get out. The best way I found was with a razor blade down the side and just lift them up gently. This one has a little orange cover on it, which I'm going to remove. Can I do it on camera? So I'm just going to pull this little cover off the bulb. There we go. Which has obviously broken it. God damn it! Right, orange cover removed. The bulb is here, and the legs are just wrapped around the bottom of these posts. So next off is remove the old bulbs. There is no polarity, so putting in the new ones, you just feed the legs through and wrap them around these little plastic bits, making sure that the metal comes over the shoulders of them. Let me just get this in shot. See where the metal is there? That's where it needs to contact the power supply inside the switch. And the same on the other side here, which I may have damaged when I was pulling them out. So I'm just going to bend the wires, pull these bulbs out and put some new ones in. So the new bulbs are in. This one could have been a little bit better. Let's try and get that in focus for you. So you can see the cables come through the middle, then out to the sides, then you wrap them around that top bit, which is where they connect on the top here. And then once you've done that, you just trim the excess off and pop them back in gently. So I'm just going to put these back in the switch now, gently, and I'm going to repeat the process for the other 3 switches. So I've just finished swapping all the bulbs. Just push the switches in from this side and they clip in, so make sure each one snaps into its position. I'm going to reattach the connectors now, the plugs. Oh, there we go. There we go, ensure they're in the correct order as well. Then I'm not going to refit this piece of trim actually. What I'm going to do before I refit the trim is test the lights and see that they're all working. Let us do that. Oh yeah, okay. So I think that maybe I've got some of the bulbs in the wrong way around. I'm just going to correct that. So totally refitted, and you can see the illumination is working on each light now. And we have a rear windscreen washer, which has been deleted, but it's all important that I got that bulb working. Cruise control, so you can see that the cruise control is lit up when the lights are on, and also the indicator to show that the cruise control is on or off. Front fog lights, green indicator, and rear fog lights, amber indicator on the right hand side, and all functioning perfectly. So I'm just going to put the screws in that hold the dashboard on, put the fuse box cover back in, and gloat at my lovely refurbished switches, which tonight when I go for a drive is going to put a big smile on my face. Alright, you've been watching Hakology. That's been my little car blog for the day, and I shall be back really soon. Peace.